Hey everybody, guess what time it is? It's time to have some fun.
It's
Friday
J&J.
and
Yes.
Jeanette and Jenny are here and having fun with J&J show. Like to welcome you all in. It's a great fall afternoon for some people. Some people it's still mid-morning, but we'll take it. And we want to say hey to everybody. Thank you all for following us. Make sure to share and spread the good word, the fun for everybody.
Yes.
Today, we have an amazing, I don't even know how to describe her because the talent is just overwhelming.
Yes.
She's an artist, she's a musician. She does all kinds of really marvelous things out of universities, and she's got such a good story to tell. Wrote a book, children's book, and so we are so honored and we are so excited to have. And I'm going to try this because I am no, Espanol is muy mala. It's Gabriela Esquivel.
Yes, perfect.
Yay! Yay!
Very good. There's hope.
Practicing.
There's hope. Yeah. Yay.
It was like, yay! Didn't kill it. But Gabriela is here. She's got does a radio show, I believe, and she's got so many different marvelous things. And Jeanette has proof of that. But if you look behind Gabriela, those are her paintings, and we are just so honored to have her. So take it away, Jeanette. Start the show off well.
I am going to start the show off well because I love the guest today. I love it. So I'm going to share my screen because we are going to have one of her videos that touched my heart. It just made me cry because it relates to every woman out there. I'm telling you that we have so many. It's in English and Spanish. So I hope you enjoy it. But I'm going to show you first that she's also on Omega Radio with Catherine Shapiro. And she appears, every Friday, is it? When is the show?
It's every Monday, 12:30 p.m.
Okay, Eastern time.
Eastern time. The show is called Arts in Motion. Mm-hmm. And it's now also a podcast that is available on iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and my YouTube channel. That is the Arts in Motion.
It's everywhere.
She is wonderful. I'm so happy that you're with us. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Okay. And wow, I have a lot in here. Okay, so we have this one. Okay.
And there's so many to choose from.
Yes, I know. And this is her Monday shows. As you see, she's right here. She's with Catherine Shapiro, and this is her radio on air with her show. There she is again. And I just got to pass my mouth and then they could see. But she has a lot of shows. I mean, she's constantly on there. So that is the when she's on Omega Radio. And how did you get started with Omega Radio, Gabriela?
It was a wonderful story. I got invited for the Creative Space show with Catherine Shapiro. So I came to the studio. I brought my keyboard, and it was to talk about my project that is Costa Rica and the United States, a fusion through music.
Uh-huh.
And once the interview ended, they called me to the office and they asked me, so we like it so much, we would like you to have your own show.
Wow.
And I was doing my research project for the master's degree that I just finished like a month ago here at Florida International University in Miami.
Uh-huh.
And I told them, I'm so busy. I also sing at the elderly homes around Miami, and I am a Zumba instructor. So I said, like, I don't know if I can do a radio show right now. They asked me, what is the subject of your graduation project? And I said, well, since I am a United States citizen and also a Costa Rican cultural ambassador, I want to search this new identity as an artist through music. So I am doing these Costa Rican and the United States interviews to musicians from Costa Rica and also the United States to learn more about the music, the style, to then in phase number 2 of the project start the creating process and continue creating more songs and also music videos. So
Wow.
they told me, well, we want you to have the show based on that research. That's the show that we want you to do here. And
Wow.
that's how we started.
That is wonderful. I have your video now that we're gonna share with people. So I'm so excited. So here we go, and it's called Maria. So
Yeah.
here we go.
Do you have sound, Jeanette?
Can you hear it or no?
No,
No.
Oh my gosh. How could, oh Lord have mercy.
we
Oh
saw
my,
we can see the images.
can you hear it now?
No. Check the mute. Check the mute on the video.
Okay. You know, this is our first time, and I just happen to be the person not to be able to share the music. Hold on. Stable volume. Okay. That is not good. No.
If not, I can also tell you, meanwhile we look at the images, a little bit of the story of what inspired the song and the video.
That would be great.
Okay. I'm the only one that can hear it then.
No worries at all.
Well, go ahead and start.
So the song is titled Maria because there's so many Latin Americans that have that name. Every country in Latin America is very faithful to a specific side of Virgin Mary. And that's why a lot of us have the name Mary in our names, or as a first name or as a second name. So the story is about immigrants that have to leave their country, to go away from their country, from their homeland, to look for a better future and to achieve their dreams, their accomplishments for life. And that's the story of the video. It is very personal because I have done many of the jobs that are there in the video, but it's also universal. I said the personal is universal. And that's why the name Maria, that it includes so many people in Latin America, but it can actually go furthermore and include all the immigrants of the world. It is the story about these people to continue fighting no matter what you go through, and you never know what's gonna find in the other side. They say the grass is always greener on the other side. Not all the time, but
It's not.
it's always about just learning how to rearrange your life and walk with faith, establish a good relationships with the people that you meet every day, be flexible to learn the new cultures as well. All that is a little bit of the story of the video.
Well, Maria is my middle name because we were either Catholics, Anne or Marie. Those were our middle names. And you're absolutely right. It's a universal connection with women, and I think no matter where you come from, if you're a working person, you're not born into a family that had a lot of money. This movement up is never always up. It's sideways. It's backwards. And it's I love your artwork. We were talking about it before, how expressive it is and your style. And I can't wait to actually hear the music because I think it's going to be amazing.
I am going to put it on our show. I'm gonna put the links on our show and everything because I was like,
she can hear it. Is there another way to on the present to put it up?
I just in the present. Let me see. I was trying to. It says video file, so maybe that way Let me see if I can put it that way because it's saying video file, which I should have done, but I'm like, I wanted everybody to hear it, because that was like my favorite song. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Okay, let's try video file. Maybe that instead of sharing screen, I do video file. Hold on. And I am guessing at this.
I'm learning about the platform too at the same time.
Yeah, this is actually we've tried another one and it's really complicated and it doesn't really, so StreamYard does, it does a good job. Everyone, there's always a complaint about something, but for the most part, it's pretty good for what we need it for.
See, here's the thing. I would have to, somehow I needed it to put the video on the desktop, and then in the desktop you can hear it. So that's the thing. And right now I'm live.
Just download it. When you open the file, just download it and then turn it on.
I'll go ahead and let you continue and let me do my technical work here because I'm determined to get this channel on the road. Okay.
So Gabriela, did the art come first or did the music come first? The art came first?
In this project, the music came first because it was the
but for you personally,
it depends on the project. Sometimes the music comes first, sometimes the visuals come first. Depends on the project that I'm working on.
We were talking about the inspiration, how you get one inspired from the other, and you actually have collections. So you have a certain amount of artwork that is in one theme or one story, and then you go on to another one, correct?
Correct. I divide my art in two big groups, I would say. One that is very colorful and is to connect with the people around me, with the other cultures. Right. And the other one is more solid colors or less pastel colors. The sky is to go inward, to connect with the divine and to narrate more my spiritual journey, the journey of the soul. And it's that duality that we live daily.
I think that's what I felt when I saw the work. It's really, really good. And I'm glad to know that you create prints of it so people can, you're not going to get to, when you do art shows, so do you do actual art gallery shows, or what's your main, I know you work with the universities and stuff, but do you go to galleries? Do you have it in a gallery at this point, or?
There's three of my artworks in a gallery in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's called Galería Botello. Here in the United States, I've exhibited during Art Basel Week in the satellite fair called Spectrum. I've been twice there. Then I've been in the Florence Biennale in Italy.
Wow.
In 2015, I think it was. By that time, the university in Puerto Rico, Inter-American University of Puerto Rico, where I was studying vocal performance, they bought three of my artworks to help me go to Italy and exhibit my artwork there. So they included those three pieces to their artwork collection, to the painting collection of the university. Other than that, I have exhibited in many of the hotels around Fort Lauderdale area. And this video that we just saw, Maria, is part of my last collection that is called the Costa Rica in Sound and Color. And there I exhibited 15 of the paintings that were inspired in all the interviews I did to Costa Rican musicians. That was the opening was in the Plunge Beach Resort in Fort Lauderdale.
If she would have sent me the video on MP4, I could have downloaded it. But I got an idea. It's pretty weird. I am going to play it from my phone into the computer.
Okay.
Let's do this because I am determined.
Gabriela, do you do custom work? Like if someone has something they want you to create, and you do that for them?
I do, totally. Yesterday, I just sold a piece. How are you? Hace un tiempo salí de allá con ilusiones por empezar. Unos decían ¿por qué te vas? Otros pensaban no volverá. Con un amigo me fui a vivir y a su casa a compartir. De un centavo te iba a vestir. Cada mañana solía decir: no, no te rindas, María. No, no te rindas jamás. Todos tus sueños se harán realidad. Solo tienes que luchar. No, no te rindas, María. No, no te rindas jamás. Todos tus sueños se harán realidad. Solo tienes que luchar. That's my dad. No, not the accordion player, the voice. Looking my dad. To shine under summer skies. Happy to be in this brand new land. All my sweet memories have gone away. I only work all night and day. No, no te rindas, María. No, no te rindas jamás. Todos tus sueños se harán realidad. Solo tienes que luchar. I have no friends who are always there, helping and loving. I'm on my way. Dreams and illusions I won't pretend, singing and dancing until the end. No, no te rindas, María. No, no te rindas jamás. Todos tus sueños se harán realidad. Solo tienes que luchar. No, no te rindas, María. No, no te rindas jamás. Todos tus sueños se harán realidad. Solo tienes que luchar.
Yay!
Loved it. Yay! I love that. I love the where you bring the U.S. in with the work and the transfer into the new country, and very, very good. Loved it. I love the little.
You were able to hear it. That was my alternate techno thing that I had to do.
Great job, Jeanette. Wait, you know what? We there's a will, there's a way. We figure it out.
Yeah, I was like determined. I said, I want everybody to hear this song.
Thank you so much. So you know, now talking about the creative process, that is very organic. I am the co-producer of the video, of the music video, and I was just looking for spaces and scouting around Fort Lauderdale, where I used to live. And that was that weekend of 4th of July. And I just saw that setup and I called my friend, listen, can you come record? Because there's this setup of everything United States theme. I want a part of the video there. And she said, yeah. So we were there. We were recording that. It was for like a food fair
that was do very good.
In a park. That's how it happened.
So the book, you
I love that.
Yes, and it was really cool, and I just can't wait.
We didn't talk about
the children's book.
Yeah.
Oh, the children's book is called Gemma the Curious Butterfly. I'm sorry.
Can you show it? I think you have it with you, right?
Of course.
Do you have it with you?
Here.
Yeah. Put it up.
Gemma
Isn't that adorable?
Oh my gosh, that is.
I love that.
The story about this book is that when I moved from Puerto Rico to Fort Lauderdale, I stopped studying for 3 years, and even though I was active painting, creating new paintings, I still felt like my artist was dying. So I couldn't let that happen, and the creativity started flowing, and I created this butterfly that is about a butterfly who wants to learn the true meaning of love. The book has also a song that I was able to co-produce, and it is a story that it's an award-winning project because it won also the grant from the Broward County Cultural Division twice to be able to read the book to the children around Fort Lauderdale. And I partner with Action for Literacy. That is an organization committed to help children before the age of, I think, 8 years old to learn how to read and write, because not if they pass that age without knowing how to read and write, it's most likely that they're going to end their life in jail. So this organization has that commitment, and we partner, and we were able to read the book around Broward County. It was a very nice
There's,
experience.
there's nothing, there's nothing more important than kids learning to read and write. Nothing in the education. I don't know. They're learning to read like Egyptians with hieroglyphics with pictures. This is a smiley face. This is not a happy face, instead of learning words. And it's really important. And I can't wait to look at your book. It's going to be like a treat, because I always like to look at kids' books and see what people are doing, and making sure that we're tending to that section as well. And I'm sure that they'll like the song with it as well. There's a song with it, right?
At the end, it includes the score.
Oh, very cool.
So they can, if there's musicians, can play for them. It is also on YouTube and Pandora. The song, it is on iHeartRadio, also Spotify. And there's some instructions for an art activity for them to create a mask.
I love
it.
They
can become that character as well. They themselves feel more into the character.
Wow, that is so nice. That's so sweet. I love listening. I am like so in love with everything that you do, because it goes to show that women as entrepreneurs, we don't got one, we don't got two. Oh my gosh, we probably got 3, 4, 5. I mean, we got all of these things, and you never know. Don't judge a book by its cover, because let me tell you something. There's a lot of beauty coming out when you don't judge. I mean, it is so much of everything going on there. And one thing I do love is the fact that you're able to share with us your beauty and your music and everything. When you first sent me the videos, I was like, oh my God, I gotta talk to you. And then I saw the calypso, and I was just dancing, I was just having a whole bunch of fun. I'm going to play that one last. I'm going to do it the same way I did it, but we're going to have fun listening to it, because I'm determined. Like
I was digesting your art.
Yeah.
And watching, just kind of looking and seeing how your style was and what you presented. And so it's just really wonderful how you're meshing them both together. And again, we talk about this with our crafters and our artisans and artists. It's not easy to do the marketing. So Gabriela is finding ways. We just spoke about this before. You must think out of the box, and you mustn't listen to what people tell you that you cannot do. If you feel like it's an important thing, and take a step, even if it's not the right person to talk with, that person may know another person that is the right person. So if it's never a wasted conversation, and it's never a wasted meeting. When you're trying to promote your art and make sure that it's part of your business, you must think outside of the box.
Yes,
and I think Gabriela has already, she could touch on this part of it.
Thank you for saying about that, because people during the years,
she's hitting every.
Go ahead.
During the years, people have told me you have to choose, or you can be a musician, or you can be a visual artist. And I am an artist who loves to create with sound and color. And it's because I also need to generate income. And I find that just yesterday, I saw the painting that it was a custom made. It was about a drummer. I have it here, but the picture is on my Instagram. And after that, I was invited to join the jam session, and I sang 2 or 3 songs with them, the musicians that were there. So there's always opportunities to connect all the creativity that flows, because at the end of the day, if God is giving me those talents to be able to create, I just use them the best way I can, the best way possible.
But you're doing it right though. You're doing it where you're able to combine both together. And sometimes you just finished saying, like before we came on, that when you write a book, you can probably start already daydreaming what the song is gonna be.
Yes.
And the same thing, you're singing a song and you could like think about something else. You know how many times me and Jenny we break conversation because we go squirrel all over the place. And then we come back, now we got this big masterpiece going on. So that's the way crafters are. We tend to, we don't think like this. We think like that. We are way all over the place. But guess what? As long as it works and you can remember how you started, then you're fine. Like we said, when we started, we just thought YouTube.
It took me. It has taken me 20 years to be able to get the idea across. Not I started with this idea since 2004, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I left Costa Rica in 2005. When I went to Puerto Rico, I wanted to do this project, Costa Rican Sound and Color. I wanted to do it in 2005, and I thought I was going to be able to fulfill it 2 years. No, because also all the things that come in the way, all the people that you meet. I was 23. I didn't know anything about the world, and a woman living alone in a Latin American country.
But
I mean,
you know what?
really
You know why you're successful? It's because you didn't give up.
Exactly.
You kept saying yes, yes, ouch, ouch, because we get pains in our growth, right? So you go ouch, ow, but and then you come back with your fist up. You say, I'm gonna do this, and you keep on, you keep on. It's like that little train. You know that little train, the choo-choo that can? Remember that?
Yep. Little engine that could.
I know I can. He didn't give up on that mountain. It's like, and the mountain represents our problems, our trials, our tribulations, and it always, and then some people stop in the middle of the mountain, like they can't handle when they fall, right? But you didn't. You said, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can, I know I can. You finally get it to the mountain, you go, woo, now, okay.
So and it's like incredible. You know that word of the day that you were saying that today's word is oh well.
Yeah. Oh well. Thank you for bringing that up. It just you put it right on time too.
Let me just follow up. I just want to follow up on something that Gabrielle said. The one thing that is the elephant in the room for artists and crafters is she said I had to support myself. And a lot of times we don't. Why is it that an attorney, a plumber, an accountant does not feel bad about asking people to pay for their services? But crafters and artisans and artists, they're either embarrassed or they don't feel they're good enough, or someone will say to them, "Well, you just paint, or you just you just make this little music." They don't take it seriously, and then neither does the crafter or the artisan. So we want to let people know that your work is worthy, and it should be out there, and you should be paid for your skill and your work. It shouldn't be an embarrassment, and you should be okay with saying, if you don't like it, that's fine, don't buy it. But we have to, we work at this. It's hard work. She said she almost lost her creativity, her craft. She had to find it because it's nebulous. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, I can't make anything right now today. My mind is not in it, right? So I'm glad you said that, Gabriela, because other crafters have a hard time with monetizing their gift.
Yes.
No, it's very tough. It's very tough, but we need to believe in ourselves, because if not, who is going to believe in us?
That's right.
Exactly.
And with that, let me go into the word of the day. Since she said it already. It's actually called "Oh Well," and it says, "Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not yourself. It tends only to evil doing. And then whenever I find myself in a situation I can't do anything about, I have found that a good way to cast my care upon the Lord is to simply say, oh, well. Take, for example, the morning of Dave spilled the orange juice in the car and got a little offbeat in the sweater. Immediately he said, Devil, I'm not impressed. And I said, oh, well. So that problem was solved because we didn't fret on it, right? Some things just aren't worth getting upset about.
Yeah.
Yet many people do. Unfortunately, a large majority of Christians are upset, fretful, and full of anxiety most of the time. It's not a big thing to get into them. It is the little things that don't fit into their plans. Instead of casting their care on just saying, oh, well, there's always trying to do something about the something they can't do anything about. On more than one occasion, I simply say and phrase, oh, well, has really helped me to make it through. So when you hear that, the thing is that me and Jenny have been through that situation and we have like, what is going on? And then we sit down and think and we go, oh, well,
Yeah.
you cannot control the uncontrollable.
There's another phrase that is connected to this one, and I actually learned it from Joel Osteen and from other people too. And it says, God is working behind the scenes.
Yes.
I don't know if it is a part of the Bible. I've never looked where in the Bible is or not, but I like to live and believe that. That I do my part the best I can, and then somehow the universe is always listening and then makes things happen. It's not about me knowing and moving every single piece of the puzzle to control everything. It's just like doing my job and the rest gets resolved.
Yes.
And it does, sooner or later, it does get resolved.
Because sometimes we interfere with that. We make things worse.
Yes.
Because we try too hard and we push and push and push, and you have to kind of know when to back off and just say, okay, let it go, and it fixes itself.
Yeah, I'm learning a new craft, and that's basically making cartoons. And there's some nights, like the other night I was working, and all of a sudden the computer just went down. So we got a notification by our internet company that there's an outage in the area. So I'm literally forced to go to bed because there's nothing I can do. I can't do anything, I'm like, oh, well, that's a good. I was like, okay. And the next day I was able to finish.
No, and maybe when you're working, but you stop working, the artwork also needs the space. I was telling yesterday when I went to sell this painting, one of the musicians asked me, how long does it take for you to make a painting? And I said, well, depends on the size or the theme, but let's say maybe 1 week, because I have to think about the idea. And also, when I start, I cannot finish the painting immediately, even if I could, because with acrylic dries quickly.
Yes.
I need to leave the painting, observe it from the distance, and let the painting talk to me. And he laughed. Oh, the painting is talking to you. And I said, yeah, in a silent language. Yes, the painting is the one who's telling me what the painting needs next.
Yes. And you happen to have two of them right there. Can you move it up just a little so we can see one of them? The one on your right?
Behind you.
The painting.
Behind you? Yeah. Can you show that?
Yeah, I can lower them. Okay. Well, this is Lindo Calypso, because these two paintings.
That's the song I'm going to play. Look.
And this is the painting for Maria, for the one that we saw.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They're all musicians that are
gorgeous,
alive and performing in Costa Rica. They're all performing in Costa Rica. One passed, but he is known as Walter Ferguson, and he's a Costa Rican songwriter of calypsos. So one passed.
The colors are just amazing.
There's a Costa Rican researcher, musician, a banjo player. I'll interview them. Then I'll show you Maria.
Okay. I love it. Oh my gosh.
This stuff is really good.
Yeah.
Maria is actually inspired in a Costa Rican dancer and choreographer. And Costa Rica has an autochthonous dance that is called the swing criollo. And it's very interesting because it's the combination of cultures. Because the swing came to Costa Rica when United States companies working in the banana plantations, and they brought the Glenn Miller and Benny Goodman
The swing era.
The swing era, and the Costa Ricans
That's awesome.
started dancing it, but with cumbia music from Colombia.
Oh,
That's how they
that's
developed
awesome.
the new dance, and they count different. Like if the swing, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 every measure,
Right.
4 beats. But in the dance, the musicians, the cumbia is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 beats. The musicians count 6.
Oh,
Sorry, the musicians count 4, the dancers count 6. So there's more steps than what the musicians play, if it makes sense.
so it's faster. So it's just faster.
Yeah,
They got a little flair in there. Yeah.
To fit it in the 4. So that she has done an extremely good job doing research about that dance in Costa Rica.
See, that's something that no one, I wouldn't think anybody would know, that Glenn Miller in the 40s would have translated to Costa Rica.
And also to Latin America, because I was now with this project learning about cumbia, and the same thing happened in Colombia.
That's wild.
They went all the way down and influenced cultures there.
That's wild.
it's amazing.
Learn something new every time we do this show. We have the most amazing guests. We just do. Like,
that is beautiful. Gabriela, thank you so much for just spending time with us and showing us your beautiful art and your songs. I'm gonna play one more, and then she's gonna go into the commercial for our Creative Spirit channel, which we would love to have you, because oh my gosh, it's just beautiful where people would just die to see you and everything in your singing and everything. I would love to have you on there.
Thank you really very much.
And then from there we'll go with the closing. But Gabriela, thank you so much. And I'm gonna do the same thing.
For sharing your work, and everybody, you can find real quick, you can find her on our website at gabrielaescueva.com, right?
Correct.
She's got a YouTube, she's on Instagram, she's everywhere. She's got a podcast. So check her stuff out, and you're going to be seeing her around, I'm sure.
Yes. I'm ready to play the other one, and we're going to go ahead and play this one. So I'm going to share my screen, and then we'll go ahead and go for the closing.
Okay, sounds good, hon.
Thank you very much. So wonderful to meet you.
It was beautiful to meet
Let's
you.
stay connected.
Love your stuff.
Yes. Okay, so let me go here. It takes coordination, I'm telling you.
En tu campo hay una luz, las personas siempre están trabajando sin parar por la tierra que aman más. En la playa puedes ver un hermoso atardecer, los tucanes vuelan, hay belleza en el mar. Cuando pienso en ti, sonrío al caminar. Ya el banjo suena y me pongo a bailar. Ay, calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. tiempo para partir a nuevas costas a vivir. Hay recuerdos, sabes que en mi corazón está. Cuando pienso en ti, sonrío al caminar. Ya el baño suena y me pongo a bailar. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Con tu banjo a soñar, con tu banjo a soñar, al ritmo de tu sol, haremos un mundo. Ábreme tu corazón, dime lo que sientes hoy. El sol está de frente, iluminando siempre. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Calipso, lindo calipso, tráeme la libertad de tu patria donde hay paz. Calipso.